Hello, and now in this video we are going to be looking at the Coleman 400 series petrol stove. This particular one is the 424 dual fuel dual burner stove. So let's have a little look about how we might use this. Inside the stove, I'm just going to take the grill off for a moment. We have the fuel tank. Now I'm just going to top this up using this special funnel. Now, one of the things that you need to absolutely remember about a petrol stove is that you never top it up, fill it, anything like that, unless it is completely cooled down. Okay? You need to be absolutely patient with petrol. So, I'm just going to top it up a little bit. I have some petrol in an approved container. We don't need a huge amount for this. There we go. And now, for the benefit of the video, I'm just going to make sure that we put the top back on the petrol. And that is stored well away. So put it over there for the time being. Whoops. That wasn't what I planned to do. So, the top goes back on the fuel tank. There's no pressure in there at the moment. We'll be doing that in a moment. So what we're going to do now is insert this into the stove itself. So it goes in through this hole there and fastens into its expansion chamber. And we'll put the grill back on. So we have a pump here and a fuel valve, and there's a little lighting lever too. So the first thing to do is put the lighting lever up, and then we're going to actually put some pressure into the stove. But we also have these wind deflectors, which may well be useful. You'll notice that the fuel supply from the stove actually passes over one of the burners. This is because it allows the fuel to warm as it goes into the expansion chamber, and therefore it'll then vaporise properly. What we don't want is liquid fuel petrol going into the actual burner, at least not once we get things lit up and running anyway. So first of all, I'm going to put some pressure in to the stove. We open the pump, half a turn, and I'm going to put in 30 strokes to start with. And we're going to retighten the pump. Okay, the fuel valve's currently off, which is fine. The lighting lever's up, so we're all ready to go. Got some matches here. Match just in the actual trough. And we'll turn on the petrol. Now, this will take a little while to warm up. Once again, we need to be patient. You see there's a big yellow flame there, that's basically the match that's burning. But the petrol won't have warmed up as yet. Although it is getting there. Okay, so we've actually got quite a nice blue flame there. The valve is open quite a long way, and we want to kind of conserve our fuel a little bit. So we're going to turn down the lighting lever now. and you'll notice how that's now given us a bit more of a yellow flame. Now that's basically the petrol is flooding. So I'm going to turn down, and you'll notice as well how it's pulsing there. So I'm going to turn down the valve most of the way until it stops doing that, and I'm going to put a little bit more pressure in. There we go. That's much more consistent, and we can turn the valve up, and we've got a good strong blue flame there. That will be ready to cook on. Now, this particular stove actually has a dual burner arrangement. Round this side here, we have a valve controlling the second burner. So just for the benefit of the video, I'm going to light that. Light the match. Just use a new one. There we go. That's gone out. Okay, we'll try a third one. Makes it a little bit difficult that I'm left-handed. So striking a match and then swapping hands isn't easy.
Go.
Okay, so we have the second burner lit now. Again, we have a match burning in the actual tray. Once again, a little bit more pressure would help, because both burners share the same pump and the same fuel supply, so we just need to make sure that we've got a good solid supply there. Turn it up a little bit as well. So we've got two burners there, two bright strong blue flames. There's no pulsing, so the petrol is vaporising properly, and everything there is fine. So that is ready to cook 2 dishes, and there we go. So I'm just going to turn the second burner off now, because we're finished with that. Knobs around the side, as I say, and we need to be ready with the fuel valve so that the first burner doesn't start flooding. There we go, that's looking pretty decent. So I'm actually going to switch that off now. It'll be ready to cook, but I just want to show you, when we switch the fuel valve off, one very important thing about a petrol pressure stove is that because we have petrol vaporised in the expansion chamber, it will actually take a minute or two for it to fully discharge and to fully go out. So the best thing to do is make sure it's switched off, both valves, and then just give it a minute. Once again, we need to be patient with petrol. Okay, so that'll burn for maybe 2 or 3 minutes still, and it'll just go out of its own accord. But obviously, we're going to sit here and just make sure that nothing ridiculous happens. But anyway, thank you very much for your time, and that's the end of this video. Job done, mission accomplished.